Hey everyone, Stephen Ray Morris here with a quick announcement before we get into my excellent conversation with comedian Mel Stephens. I wanted to mention, obviously, that her new special, Sparkles, is out now on YouTube for free, so go watch it. And that she's going to be here in Los Angeles, July 6th at Superbloom, July 10th at the Punchbox Comedy, July 11th, Frogtown Comedy Show, and July 30th at Video Visions, friend of the show, Luce Tomlin-Brenner's comedy show. So obviously, I've linked to Mel's website in the show notes. Go follow her on Instagram to get all these details about these dates coming up. Speaking of Jurassic Park 3 Raptor, if you haven't seen my announcement yet, I am hosting 2 25th anniversary screenings of Jurassic Park 3 at Gardena Cinema here in Los Angeles. Everyone, please come out. Getting to see Jurassic Park 3 on the big screen again is going to be a really special event. We have guests, TBD, to be determined, and games, prizes, costume contest, the works, maybe some props from the movie coming out. So again, details all in the show notes. I hope to see you there, and let's get into our episode with Mel Stephens. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Filled with awe and fright, see Jurassic Right, bathed in amber light. See Jurassic Right, see Jurassic Right, right. See Jurassic Right, right. See Jurassic Right, right. See Jurassic Right, see Jurassic Right, see Jurassic Park.
Well, this is See Jurassic Right, and I'm Stephen Ray Morris. I'm very excited to talk to an old pal, a very funny comedian, writer, and they have a new comedy special which just came out called Sparkles. It's Mel Stephens. Hey!
Hi! Hello! Thank you for having me.
No, thanks for coming on. I was just saying before, worked on Fear-Based Life for a little bit. It was such a great podcast for anybody, but also anybody terrified of anything, really.
Yeah, it was so good. And it's so funny because, I mean, now I've, gotten some mental health help and realized sort of the podcast was it was kind of my, without knowing it, exposure therapy for my OCD, but still very helpful.
Really? Do you think that, have you ever listened? I mean, that's, I feel like a thing I ask podcasters or comedians, do you ever listen back to your stuff and are like, wow, I was going through it or something like that?
I mean, I can remember it. I know I was. Yeah. But I really dislike hearing myself. I don't think I sound as annoying as I do. And then when I listen to myself, I'm like, wow, tough listen.
Well, then, yeah. What was it like putting together your first special?
For some reason, adding video makes it a little easier.
Really? Interesting.
I don't know. It's it's not as hard because you're seeing it. I think it's also I don't know if it's just my age and when I grew up, I have a specific what I guess I think of podcasts as sort of as radio. There should be a certain voice that goes with it,
mm-hmm.
And there's a certain thing. And I just don't associate myself with that because I'd be oh, yikes.
Hello, this is Fear-Based Life,
Yeah, I feel like it should be like that sort of sound. And then I hear myself, and I probably read one too many comments where people were like, she's annoying. And I was like, I am.
At this point now, I feel like with the way social media is, you're supposed to be annoying. People are annoying on purpose because all you are is just supposed to make people mad. But you wanted to connect with people.
Yes, that's the thing. It's now I'm sort of coming to terms with the fact that you're the internet is built for being annoyed and mad, and that's that kind of traction's not a negative thing.
Yeah. I feel like I want the people who like my stuff to like me, not to be mad at me.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's why I don't really want. But that's the thing is the people that like you never, because people that enjoy things, they don't really need to take the time usually to be gosh, I love this. They just continue listening to it, you know, and it's the other people who are you know what, I'm going to write a note. I'm going to send it to them.
I'm going to really say something.
Yeah. And you're oh, I didn't need to hear that.
I feel like didn't you have listeners on, or you would read listener things too back in the day?
Yeah, I would really get in. I mean, I got really I mean, I think people who were really into it, and I had really amazing fans. I did have a lot, and that was really nice. But now hindsight that I've gone to like more therapy, I'm like, oh wow, I think I was leading people astray. Oops.
I mean, yeah, we weren't necessarily putting like a warning. I think the idea, I don't know if you feel this way, but it's sometimes when people talk about podcasting now, it's like, yeah, like people just started podcasts because we just wanted to talk. Like I just wanted to hear my favorite comedians just talk for an hour. And to me, it wasn't about like, oh, these people are authority. And I feel like now people getting into podcasting are like, well, these people have to be experts. And you're like,
yeah. I definitely probably would put I would put something up that said, I mean, I think it's like pretty clear probably when you would listen to mine. Like I clearly have no idea what I'm talking, I don't know. But no, totally. Like I think it's also just like, well, it's like any kind of comedy or any kind of art that you do. You like do it and then you like change and age and you look back and you're different than the thing you did. And you kind of just have to let it exist in that world.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, and I feel like podcasting, right, is so specific to what you were going, like, it's not like a TV show where like it kind of barely changes. You're like, oh, the X-Files was like filmed in Vancouver for 3 seasons and then it's in LA. But like the show doesn't start like on home video and then turns into like, like podcasting, I feel like is so different between like when a show started, like the shitty mics we had at the start,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It really is about like being like kind of in partnership with your listeners as well. Like it's this whole sort of, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
I like it. It's great.
What was this sounds dismissive. What was the funniest fear that somebody ever told you? Or like the fear where you were like, like that's interesting kind of thing, like to wrap your head around like how somebody could be afraid of that. Is there any ones that you remember?
I think it's probably like some people have different phobias.
Yeah.
Like of different things. Like my phobias are spiders, but like somebody would have like a phobia of snakes. And like I don't have a phobia of snakes. Or like I think that there would be like, I think there's kind of different ways that you could be afraid to die that I think people have that I would not have even thought of. And I'm like, oh God, that's a new thing I've got to like worry about. Jesus. I had no idea. I can't remember one I have a terrible memory that like sticks out. So I can't really remember, but I would definitely glob on to what everyone was afraid of. I was like, yeah, me too now.
Yeah.
Oh,
no. We were talking about pets before we started recording. I've realized recently that I don't like it when a dog or a cat's ear is like flipped like around. And I don't know if that's necessarily a fear, but it's really upsetting to me. And so I will constantly be like, when I'm visiting people, I would be like, bloop, bloop. Like I'll flip the ears back over. So they're not, because when it looks inside out, it all looks weird Cronenberg-y. Like, I don't know.
I don't like an ear inside out or flipped wrong. I'm that eye boogers on dogs. I'm like, we need to be correct here. Like, I want ears correct. I want eye boogies gone. Like, let's get this going.
Do you have like I feel like you'd appreciate this. Like, there was definitely a job, this pre-COVID, my first job in LA, I would like clean all the door handles because I felt like everyone at my office was kind of gross. Like,
oh, so you were ahead of the game.
A little bit. But like, are you at the dog park with like moist towelettes, like you're ready to go to like help out, or is it more about self-preservation in that regard?
It's interesting because like I try, like it's weird because I have OCD and like I have contamination OCD. I have a lot of different like subsets, but then some things I don't have the contamination about because like I'm too lazy. Like there's certain things where I'm like, well, if I do that, then I'm gonna have to do everything. Like doorknobs is a great example. Like I'll think about it and I'll be like, oh, I don't have the energy to wipe all these down. I touch them again, So at the dog park, I have thought about wearing gloves.
I love that.
And then I was like, you can't be showing up at the dog park with black latex gloves. Like you're gonna look like a true monster. Like just like, I'm sorry. And so I haven't done it. I try to keep hand sanitizer because one of my things is like I can't like my dog or me, I can't have a stepping in or touching dog poop.
Yeah.
Like I have a real thing because then the steps back to the house and inside the house, like then I have to I have to sanitize. It becomes a whole. So I have a real thing about that.
Yeah.
I can't have that happen. It's bad news bears.
Are you wiping off your dog's feet before, like, because I think
check them.
Okay. See, yeah, I love
check
that.
them.
See, I feel like cat people are a little hypocritical. I mean, obviously I love dogs, but I certainly feel weirder about touching certain dogs than my cats who I see in the litter box. And then 5 minutes later, I'm like putting their paws on my face. And it's just like, where's the mental math? It doesn't make sense.
I know, but I think it's just different. I think it's like the same thing with like, you love your kid and you don't need everyone else's kid in your face. Like,
yeah.
I think it's hard because I think there are some people who just like love all animals, love all people. I'm not one of those. We love our dog. We love our things because we love them. And then somebody else's, I'm like, gross. Like, get out of here. What are you doing? I mean, I was the same way I had a cat growing up and I never thought about it. But my dog, Georgia, she used to have a thing where she would like constantly step in her own poop and it would drive me insane. Because I was like, I'd have to like wash her feet, wash the things. It was so much work. So then she stopped doing it because then we had like a ritual where I would have to check all her paws after she would go to the bathroom. And she'd be like, here's one, here's one, here's one,
Aww.
here's one. And then I'd give her like a treat and she was like, I'm humiliated. And I was like, well, stop stepping in it.
I feel like that's like a bad evolutionary thing, right? Like you shouldn't be stepping in your own. I feel like that's like doesn't help your survival, like out in the wilderness, because you're tracking around your own.
Yeah, she doesn't want to step into it, but she's very sensitive to like the street sounds. So it's usually almost always she's going to the bathroom, she gets spooked, or she's done it in a tight space, and she has no option but to backtrack onto her poop.
Ugh,
and I'm
tragic.
like, I mean, do you have a kitty litter box, or do they go out? Are they indoor, outdoor?
They're indoor. They don't have. That's the other thing I didn't even tell you their backstory. They don't have any teeth, other than Wendy has one tooth because they got stomatitis living in that hoarding situation. So they
don't have teeth.
Wendy has one tooth, which is why her tongue sticks out. But yeah, it's kind of nuts.
I've never even heard of that. Wow.
It's weird. Speaking of evolution, this isn't that, but cats also have tooth resorption, where like sometimes cats' teeth will just melt in their mouth and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah. My past Percast co-host Sarah, her cat Samba had tooth resorption, and just one day, like slowly her teeth just started like rotting in her mouth. And you can fix it by just pulling them out, but
that is crazy.
You're like, what about, because we're mammals, you know, like our teeth don't rot in our, well, unless, you know, I guess.
Unless you really have to like let go of yourself.
Yeah.
Like, goodbye.
Yeah. It takes a lot of work for that. But yeah, for some reason, cats are the only mammals that have this.
I didn't know that. So I assume they can't eat like dry food.
Totally. They're just using their jaw to like munch away at, it's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Do your dogs have any weird health things?
Duke has he has a limp, and he's only 18 months, but he's 40% basset hound, which we didn't know, and so his feet are out like this, and he always kind of was like so awkward and puppy like, and we laughed, but then like it just didn't. He always ran like this, and we were like, he's a puppy, it'll grow out of it, but then it never stopped, and then. And then I think one leg grew and the other didn't. So he just like has a weird limp. So he's a little goofy.
Oh.
And you're just kind of like, and Georgia, besides her anal glands, which is a real bummer, I have to take her in for that. She's kind of like, she doesn't have any, she's just a really fearful gal. She really does not like cars and traffic. She would not survive out as like a stray.
She'd run into the forest immediately.
Yeah, she's definitely one of those dogs that looks very abused because she acts like it, and she's like, and I'm like, we've had you since you were 8 weeks, my friend. Like, you're fine. Nothing's happened.
I mean, I feel like it's one of those things where people ask like, Or people say that dogs or cats resemble their owners, but it's weird that I have 3 cats because they like, is each one a facet of my personality? Like,
so I think that too, because so like Duke is a little bit me. Like a lot of my friends are like, oh, Duke's like you, but I'm like, George is kind of like me sometimes too. Like I don't like a lot of sound either. You know what I mean? Like who wants to be around a garbage truck every day?
yeah.
I think it's facets. I think it's like, and then they sort of just like, or I see myself in those moments of them where you're like, oh, that makes sense. That's fun.
Wait, why is your new special called Sparkles? I saw the trailer, so I feel like I didn't get I haven't seen it yet. I'm very excited to watch it. But what was, I mean, how do you go about making your first special? I've talked to so many comedians, but I've never actually asked this question. Like, how do you actually decide to be like, I'm going to do a special?
So it's really interesting because I'd always really want, I think every comedian, you want to have a special that's like kind of like in the sights. And I sort of always thought like, oh, like, one day a network or someone's going to they're going to find me and they're going to say, hey, it's your turn. It's time for you to make a special. And, that didn't happen. And so I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I had taken a show to Edinburgh and I realized I didn't want that show. It was 2023 to be my special. I was like, oh, this isn't it. So during that Fringe, I started to create my next hour and I was like, oh, this is the special. And the theme is sort of like shitty jobs, like all my shitty jobs I've ever had over my life, like a gig economy times 1,000. And Sparkles came from one of like my favorite moments in the special and like kind of goes throughout is I was an elf at Macy's in New York.
Oh my God. I love that.
On 34th Street. And my elf name, you get to choose your own, was Sprinkles. But everyone called me Sparkles. And I was very upset about it. I was like, how dare you?
Yeah.
My name is Sprinkles. And they'd be like, Sparkles. And I was like, guys, it's always been Sprinkles. I don't know what's wrong with you. So that's sort of where and it felt like very fitting for a title for the special, especially sort of like juxtaposing kind of these terrible jobs with sparkles and all of those kinds of things and everything that happens to you when you're at these jobs. So that's sort of how that, and then I started doing a show. I started doing a show in Hollywood at this place and I met a producer, David Smith, and we started talking and then the special sort of just like got off the ground from there.
That's exciting.
Boom.
And yeah, it'll be out. There'll be a link to it in the show notes for people to watch it.
Watch it. It's free. It'll be on YouTube, guys. You can do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
That definitely is helpful. You can do it.
Yeah,
just forcing people.
Yeah. And you will do it.
And you will.
That's
what we need.
I was going to say, I'm wearing my obsession shirt. That's like your One Wish Willow.
Yes.
You're like, everybody is obsessed with your new special. And then they start like running into traffic.
Too much.
Yeah.
I know. It's so interesting because I have been trying to like keep my expectations and also like try to have some goals with it coming out, when you're like, what are those things? Like, you don't want to be too disappointed, but you don't want to like not have a hope for it. But mine is sort of just like, I hope as many people can watch it as possible and it finds its right audience. That's sort of my hope for it. So
well, hopefully. I think Shitty Jobs is relatable. I mean,
I hope so. I hope it's not just me.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I loved my job. I mean, my first job was at Disneyland, but also it was just serving pizza. So it wasn't like, if anything, I always say that it was more stressful because everyone there has been waiting in lines all day. So it's like the last thing they want to do is wait in line. And then they're paying at the time $8 for a slice of pizza in 2004. Which was like,
wow.
So that's
a lot of money. And so now what is it? 16, 20?
Probably.
Must be.
Is there a shitty job that looking back, you're like, that was actually fun or are all of them just like good riddance?
I mean, they all have their moments. I mean, that's what's kind of great, I think, about like when you're a comedian, like everything kind of is just material. Like it's always like, I've always thought like, well, I guess this will be a good story. I think some have been better than others. I don't think I necessarily thrive in restaurants. I don't think that's my natural.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say I'm very good at it, but it's not like I like to be efficient. That doesn't necessarily go with customer service.
Sure.
Just trying to be as efficient as possible and get people in and out. Yeah. Like that's more my goal, less like, hey, how are you? Like, oh my God.
Just constantly going to people and being like, what's your order the moment they sit down? It's like, I'm not ready.
Oh gosh. And I'd be like, you can be, come on. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think about my favorite, I mean, I always loved kind of like the offbeat jobs. Like there was this one job I've just had so many like random jobs where people would be like, hey, do you want to go pass out, this like weird tea to people on Venice Beach? And I was like, sure. And so I would just like go up to people and hand them this free like tea. And I'd be like, here you go, here you go, here you go. And like, I don't even know. And I just got like $300 for the day just to like stand around and like give people. And so like, there's like random one-off jobs like that where you're just like, I mean, I've done so many. I think working at the skating rink was fun.
Oh, that's cool. We're just here in LA?
In Georgia.
Oh,
like,
okay,
I mean, well, and I think back when people skated.
Yeah. Yeah, because pre-pandemic, before that was kind of hot for a minute to start roller skating again.
Yeah. And so it was like back in the day. I think now it's like a tire shop, sadly. But it was, like stuff like, I think that's why I gravitated towards like being in like situations that weren't like your normal. I'd be like, oh, maybe this will be fun and different. And almost always when you work a job that's like, you think is going to be fun and different, it's almost always never fun and different. You're like, oh, wow, they still have to do. Oh, okay. Well,
actual work.
I still have to work.
Or
like,
just the customers are shitty, Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. The customers are shitty. I mean, Disney, that's interesting. I mean, did you ever have people who worked there who were like failed, who wanted to be characters?
I definitely think so. But there was a strata because there was a restaurant that you could like a cafeteria called the In-Between. I think it's still there. But it was all the cast members sat together. Like the popular kids were like the princesses and the princes. And then the next step down was like other performers. And then it was like food, janitorial, like those were all the different cliques. Like you basically kind of hung out with your other, restaurant people. Yeah.
That would be such a good show if Disney would ever allow it.
That would be so fun.
It would be such a good show of like, just like the people who work at Disney.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be so funny.
And I was, 17 at the time. And I remember like this 24-year-old guy being like, yeah, I just got my girlfriend pregnant. Like, I'm going back to school. I'm going to try and make things happen, and I'm just 17 being like, I'm going to go to college next year, like just like seeing the world, for the first time.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
Do you think
what a crazy first job?
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to say that I work at Disneyland. But do you think it'd be fun to work at Jurassic Park, or do you think you'd just be scared the whole time dinosaurs would get out?
I would. I would love to work at Jurassic Park.
Right?
I don't know. I mean, I think it would be, I wouldn't want to be like in the, like, I'd want to be with the vegetarians.
Yeah. So you would, you would want to work at Jurassic Park, but like a fun animal job. You would like, I guess who would want to work concessions at Jurassic Park, but.
I know. No one ever really wants to work concessions.
No,
That's not really the thing.
I liked working at concessions when I worked at a movie theater, if only because there was just like, there'd be a rush and then everyone would go to the movies and then you'd kind of.
That's true. Yeah. I guess at the skating rink, I worked the skates.
Okay.
Which was sort of like, I was the skate gal. I clean the skates, gave them the skates, clean the skates, gave them the skates.
How did you deal with like the feet?
Yeah, you have to, yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, you can't really have a choice. There's no way out. You just got to touch people's warm skates.
Ugh.
It's unfortunate. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Now that I think about it, and I was standing around just like, it's not great.
Are you just like, what are you, because it isn't just
spray.
A disinfectant and that's
spray.
it? Or like.
I don't think it was a disinfectant, to be honest. I think it was just like, this might freshen it up. You know what I mean? Like a Febreze time, like boop, 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 boop. And you're kind of like, oh, man.
I feel bad. And also this thumbs up keeps happening. And it's just...
I know. I don't know why it does. And I'm like, is it mine?
I don't know.
But not when you do it.
No,
That's
see?
so
It was when I was
weird.
doing like this.
Oh.
I know. I think a lot about my Pilates place that I've been going to since my surgery. And like, I sweat a lot. So I feel bad. Like I do, like they clean it, or like they make you clean it or whatever. But I'm just
What surgery did you have?
I had back surgery because they found...
Oh my gosh, that's so serious.
I know. I feel like we haven't caught up in a while, but yeah, they found I had 2 fractures in my spine. So they put like metal rods in it and stuff and everything. But
how are you feeling?
I feel great. I'm like I'm glad that I got the surgery. And then I'm also glad that since I knew I was having the surgery in December last year, I like started to get in shape and like
smart
get my life together, basically, like cut down on all the bad things. So
good time.
Yeah.
For it.
I know that. I was going to say that was always that's been my like icebreaker for the last few years is like, have you had any surgeries? And just getting to hear people's surgery stories have been kind of fun.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Surgery. I've had surgery and I'm having surgery in August. So
wait, really? What surgery?
Yeah. I'm having an endometriosis excision surgery and that was my first surgery. And I kind of like surgery because I just get to go under, which I find to be fun.
You're like, I get some actual sleep, restful
like,
sleep.
See you later. Yeah. Bye. I mean, the recovery it's always, that was the only thing for me was it was much slower than I thought.
Oh, really? Yeah. I think because people had told me that it was so difficult that I did the opposite. I like really leaned into it. I mean, during COVID for me, I really like my health like tanked. So I'm kind of glad that I did the surgery. Again, thumbs up.
Yeah, it's loving it. Loving that thumbs up. Yeah, I mean, it took a while, and then I was like, then I spent some time worrying about like it coming back because it's a disease that can like regrow. And so like, then that sort of like, I think hindered my recovery because I was so concerned. Like I was sort of like, kind of like in that. And I'm sure you probably get this with like your back surgery of like, you never want the pain to come back. And so like the fear of the return of pain was like that was like a hard mental like leap.
Yeah.
To get over.
It's overwhelming because I did hear from some people that they sort of re-injured themselves, and I'm like, that can't happen.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're just like, I don't want to we can't be going through this again.
Yeah, I know. And Chris Fairbanks had hip surgery, and he's skating around, all the time, and I'm just like,
that's wild.
Yeah, how are you doing that? But he does.
Yeah, you gotta, that's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, my surgery, because it's sort of like, I don't know, soft tissue organs. It's like not the same as like bones. I feel like, or those kinds of things. I feel like I would definitely not want to re-injure.
Yeah, bones especially. But I also have, what's it called? C-section stolen valor, because they had to go in through the front and the back. So I have like a big scar on my stomach. Oh my God. So it's like... So, it's just a very big baby.
Recovery. Yeah, that's a long recovery.
It was pretty nuts. Like I had to basically learn to walk again and stuff. But
my dad just had back surgery, and I had to go with him and help him. But he did it at the Mayo Clinic in Florida. I mean, it was a 12-hour surgery.
Whoa.
You can believe it. It was crazy. I mean, they had to like rebuild his back.
Whoa. Bodies are crazy.
It's wild. I mean, you're just kind of like, wow. Jurassic Park. I had a question for you. Have you ever read the book Dinotopia?
Yes, I love Dinotopia. That was like a childhood. Like I still have my childhood copy. Wait, really? What was you? Yes. Were you a dinosaur kid growing up?
Oh, 100%. My dad used to have this record of just dinosaur sounds, and he'd put it on the record player, and we just walk around doing the sounds of the dinosaurs. Because I was also obsessed with Jurassic Park. I remember very vividly after it coming out, and then my grandmother gave me the book. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll read the book. And I couldn't I think I was just too young. It was like quite a dense book.
Yeah.
And I think I just wanted to read the movie.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I kind of just want that. I don't really need to get into this bit.
Yeah.
And we would go to the the mall in DC with all of the museums. Like we'd always go to the dinosaur museum.
Oh.
I mean, I loved that museum.
I went there for as an adult, I went a couple years ago. It's awesome.
It's so cool. And I just remember it was breathtaking walking in on the first dinosaur.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have museums like that growing up in Georgia. So I was like, it was just so cool, I think.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, because I've been to Atlanta and they have the aquarium there, but they don't have.
Well, and they didn't have that growing up. That's new.
Oh, really?
When I was growing up, there was the aquarium we would go to was in Chattanooga.
Mm-hmm.
So we would drive to Tennessee, which still love, but I haven't been to. I think I've heard the Atlanta aquarium is nice, but the only place we would ever go is the Coca-Cola factory.
I did not go when I was out there. Should I go?
You're not missing. I mean, listen, do I take everyone who comes? Yes. Do you need to go? I don't know. I think it's kind of cool that you get to sample all of the Cokes from around the world. I mean, that's mainly the reason why I go. You get to taste every flavor of Coke in every country.
Oh, I didn't even know there was that many different flavors.
And they're different. It's different because different countries have different taste profiles. It's wild. So you just end up running around sampling things and you're a bit crazy. I mean, it's not the healthiest thing in the world, but yeah. So I loved Jurassic Park when it came out. I saw it so many times. It was one of my favorites.
You saw it, so your parents were totally cool with you seeing it in theaters.
Yeah.
I feel like
they were never really my parents were never really no to anything.
I mean,
I don't think.
It's probably better.
You're might make sense why I am the way I am. I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, we'll see. No, because I feel like on this podcast, there's been so many people. It was either your parents were no, you're not ready yet, or fuck it. It's from the director of E.T. What's going to be so bad?
Yeah, they didn't. I think they were just keep him busy. You know what I mean? Get him out of here. My brother's also 2 years older, so I think it would have been hard to why does he get? I kind of if he's going to get to see it, then I got to get to see it. You know what I mean? It was a little bit of that.
That's kind of nice. I feel like, my sister and I are in similar ages, so it's kind of we're a package deal.
Yeah, we all get to watch it, but yeah, I definitely. But I don't think there was any chat about us not watching. I mean, we just went and saw it, and I mean, I think I saw Forrest Gump in the theater, and I definitely shouldn't have seen that.
I actually don't. I don't think I've seen Forrest Gump in a long time. What's well, bad?
I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's definitely adult themes.
Sure, yeah. I was is there somebody naked in it? What is? I don't remember.
I don't really know. I mean, I think it's just prostitution. Mm-hmm. There's it's just I mean, again, at the time, I just watched my parents. It was we get to watch whatever. I mean, also Steven Spielberg. I don't think. I mean, is Jurassic Park rated R?
No, it's PG-13.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's fine.
But you weren't scared. You were this is the coolest shit I've ever seen.
Okay. My favorites. Okay, so the scene that still scares me that I think is kind of the most brilliant filmmaking that's ever been made, and I hope to direct a movie as brilliantly as he does one day, is the kitchen scene.
Yeah.
With the spoon and the things. I mean, it's just it is, and it's terrifying. It's terrifying. It's the timing. It's the thing. It's the sounds. It's the reflections. It's just so it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's a perfect scene. I think that, and maybe when I first saw it before I knew people would die.
Yeah.
Because it was pretty shocking, I think, now that I look back. I don't think I had ever seen movies where you think main character. Well, you don't know that they're not main characters.
Yeah.
The bad guy with the raptor.
Yeah.
That was pretty shocking.
Yeah.
I was oh no. Oh wait, and actually when she goes to turn on the lights with the other ranger. I was I mean, so many good guys die. And I think that that's what made it such a good movie, though, because it was anyone can go. Anyone can go.
No, yeah, that movie didn't necessarily, obviously Sam Neill and Laura Dern and Jeff Goldblum were the stars, but you could easily see in any kind of disaster or creature feature, anyone could go at any time.
And that's what was so, I think, I mean, yeah, that's what's kind of like, I was sort of shocked Jeff Goldblum didn't die, to be honest. That was shocking.
I think he was originally going to die. Like, he dies in the book, so...
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. And I think Jeff Goldblum was like, what if I'm, you know, like...
Yeah.
I could just see him being like, Steven, baby, you know, like...
Come on, don't kill me. Don't do that.
Let me also heroically throw a flare, but get, you know, knocked around a little bit.
Yeah. He was such a good guy. He's so good in that first car ride. I feel the way about Jurassic Park. Like, it's kind of a perfect movie the way I feel about Ghostbusters.
Okay, yeah.
Like, those two, I'm just like, perfect movies. Like, there's so much about it that like I can watch it at any time, doesn't matter what time of year, and it's perfect. I'm trying to think of scary. Well, now that I know it, it's hard to like remember if I was scared, but I'm trying to remember. I do think the little kid being on the wire was scary.
Yeah.
Also, I know. Because I was like, there's not enough time. You know what I mean?
First tension. No, I mean, and it's funny because Jurassic Park puts him through a lot. I mean, he like gets thrown out of he gets thrown in the car into the tree, and then he gets electrocuted. That poor guy.
And that girl is us, right? I mean, she's freaking out kind of constantly. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And it's like a mirror where I'm like, I guess, yeah, we should be freaking out. So it's kind of like an interesting juxtaposition of them. And then it's such a good movie.
Have you seen it in theaters again recently? I feel like they show it a lot. I feel like it's really
I haven't. I should. Yeah. I've been on the ride a lot at Universal.
You love the ride?
I do. I mean, they changed it to water. Interesting change. Which I do like. But I think the best is at night. It's scary at night. Like, I've gone on like Halloween Horror Nights, and the best thing, like, I wasn't expecting. I was like, oh, let's do Jurassic Park. It's quite scary.
Yeah. No, that sounds really fun.
I wasn't expecting this.
I think I've done it maybe once or twice at night, but it's been a long time. Because I have a pass, so I like to go. I'll go ride a ride and then just do that and then go home. You know?
Yeah, it's a joy. It's the like. I mean, if there's a perk of living in the valley right here, is having Universal. They have a new ride coming. They're still testing it.
Yeah, the Fast and Furious one.
Oh, I can't wait for that one. That one's going to be good.
Wait, so you like Halloween Horror Nights, and roller coasters?
Oh yeah, I love theme parks. I'm a theme park gal.
Okay.
We're going to go to a water park soon.
You're going to go to a water park and not speaking of contamination.
Yeah. So, I mean, listen, I just try to focus on the chlorine. Like, I know it's not great. You know what I mean? I know we're like kind of basically just like at an orgy where someone's peeing on us. Like we're living on that level. But I try to just think about like the chlorine's killing everything. Like there's so much chlorine, it's just killing everything.
Yeah, if your eyes are burning, you're good.
Yes, we're fine. And they usually are. So I'm like, we're okay.
I mean, yeah, that speaks to something where it's like, I definitely am somebody where I'm like, I remember loving water parks so much as a kid. And it's like, I would love to go back. I guess you just can't.
It's so fun. It's really fun. I've always been like, even in my 20s, I'd be like, hey, who wants to go to the water park? And people would go. People feel less inclined to go now that I'm older because they're kind of like, you don't have kids. It's kind of weird. And I'm like, yeah. I get that. Like, that tracks. But I've just always been like, yeah, who wouldn't want to just go on a ride?
I know. That's fun. What I mean. I love, and I also feel like to me, it's interesting when I was like, just thinking, going back to fear-based life. It is funny to me where like people are more scared of something like a roller coaster when, thousands of people ride it a day and are fine. But I guess that's not how.
Yes. There's certain ones that I do find, I think there's like different levels because like Disney and Universal, I have to say, are probably like medium level.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I did recently for a friend's birthday. We went to Six Flags and I was shocked at these roller coasters. Like I was like after a certain amount, I was like, I think I have to stop. Like I might not be well. Cause they were so much more intense, like the level of intensity, cause they're trying to scare teenagers.
Yes.
Which is a different level. You know what I mean? Because teenagers are just like ready to die, I think. Like you're not really processing things, you know? So you're just like, dee, 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 dee. And some of them, and the same with Knott's Berry. Mm-hmm. Like I went there on like a Halloween, and they like shut off. They made all the rides like nighttime where you can't see, like just pitch black. And I was like, I don't know, guys, this is terrifying. So there's some where I'm like, I don't know. And I did get stuck on one at Six Flags, and
wait for how long?
Enough time where like definitely my friend was like, okay, take a breath. Like, cause I was like, I'm going to freak out. Like, I'm going to freak out. Like, this is like the thing that you see on Instagram. Like, this isn't okay. Like, we need to get off of this. Like, I don't want to, but like, we would then have to continue it was not for me. Yeah. I was like, this isn't for me. It ended up being fine. We didn't have to walk down, cause I was like, if I have to walk off this, no, that's not,
yeah.
I don't want that.
You're like, I'll wait.
Usually, I'll wait. But usually I don't care. Usually I'm like fine with them, because like they have to be tested so much before.
Last time I was at Disneyland, went on Indiana Jones, and we were stuck right where the boulder was falling towards us.
That's the best place.
It's kind of fun, right?
That's a fun one, yeah.
And the lights went on and everything, and so I don't know.
That's a good ride. That's a good ride.
But see, I used to be scared of it growing up. So I would like hold my hands, I would hold the bars and like hold my hand, like I would hold my head down because I was so terrified of it.
You know, I was scared of the witches one at Disneyland, which is actually like, it's a really little kid one. But for me, I get more scared of like jump scares than I do actual like of things coming out and just kind of scaring me because if I don't know they're coming. That's why I like the Indiana Jones ones, because like, you really didn't see you don't see the boulder coming.
No, yeah, everything's really quick. But then
and I like that.
Have you been on out in Florida? There's the Jurassic roller coaster. I think you'd love that.
No,
because it's so smooth. It's basically like, because all the roller coasters we go on at any of these theme parks are like 20-year-old technology, 30-year-old technology. But this is like a ride that was built a few years ago. So it is just like,
really, you're
like racing it with like the Chris Pratt Raptors.
Really? Is there a Jurassic World at Disney World? Like a whole theme park just for it.
I would love that. Part of Universal has like, it's just bigger, you know? So
okay.
It's not, the one here is pretty, like contained to that.
Contained. Because because they've made so many movies, they should really just do like a whole, if they do it for Harry Potter, why wouldn't they do it for Jurassic Park? I think about that. And I also think about like, I can't believe that there's not a ride for the Goonies.
Yeah, that is surprising because you could almost do like a Pirates of the Caribbean dark ride.
And there's the slide into the thing, and like how is this not a ride?
Do you go to Horror Nights every year?
Oh yeah, love it.
So
I love Horror Nights. I love doing all of them. I'm a little disappointed in the hayride because the hayride was like sort of my intro into all the horror things here, and it's my favorite time in LA because we have so many fun things to do, and I'm like, we're gonna do all of them. It's just the best. But I feel like the hayride has come. It used to be. I used to get really scared and the maze and stuff, but it's kind of come down, and I feel like in production value, it's not as good. Yeah. Or the other ones have upped. We did go to Universal and like they do not screw around. Like it is the time. That's actually the best time. I'll tell you. Here's a tip. Go to Universal during Halloween Horror Nights, but get like the full day that includes the Horror Nights. Because what they do is they empty the park of the regular day people, and the Horror Nights people can't come until 7 unless they've paid for the early admission at 5, which most people don't. So then from 4 to 5 to 7, you've like got the park to yourself.
Oh, I love that.
No one in it. It's like
that's such a great idea.
Yeah.
No, because I think I didn't end up going to Horror Nights last year, but the year before, we like were first there basically, other than the early people, and it just made it a lot like we got to do a lot more.
If you get there before everyone, because once it gets kind of, and also I sort of find like pick and choose the mazes.
Yeah,
I don't do all of them because I want to do some of the rides. I think I want to kind of do both.
Yeah. No, because I feel like getting into horror nights, it's something where you're like, oh, I like the production value, the mazes. I like, I don't know, even just jump scares or whatever. It's fun.
Oh my God, even just like walking through the park, like you don't even have to, like the whole sort of thing is fun. Like I also did the horror nights at Knott's Berry, which is like feral.
Oh,
it
really?
Is like, it's just, there's so many people. There's so many people. There's like, it's all teenagers. So it's just like a next level of like craziness. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. I think a fight broke out the year after we went and I was like, oh, all right, that tracks. Yeah. I love the whole thing about it. I really love at Universal doing the backlot tour during because then it's fun during that time.
Yeah, there was one year where they did the Purge.
Oh, that was the best. That was so fun.
And I didn't know, because part of it is like playing off your knowledge of, oh, we're doing the studio tour. And then they like make you get off during it. And you're like, what is happening here? Like everything is
so exciting. It was just the fact, I remember them being like, you have to get off. And we were like, what?
What do you mean?
What's happening? We have to walk around back here. It was so funny and it was so fun. God, I loved it. So fun.
Yeah, they've really gotten a lot of mileage out of that airplane set from War of the Worlds.
Yeah, they have. Yeah. For a movie that's kind of like not everyone's favorite.
Yeah. But it's just, what do you do with that? I guess you just leave it there because I definitely have seen.
It's too iconic.
Yeah. I've seen somebody get their engagement photos, which feels kind of twisted a little bit. Right?
I guess that's now your vibe.
Yeah.
Like that's just got to be it's like people who get married on Halloween. Like that's just got to like be your thing.
Yeah.
I don't think that could be my thing, but
it's certainly memorable.
Yeah.
It's like people who get like, I've seen now, it's like old hat now at this point of like either people walking down the aisle to the Jurassic Park theme song or photoshopping like dinosaur chasing the wedding party or whatever.
Well,
that's pretty fun.
Either of those. Those are fun. I like those. Okay. One of my favorite scenes in Jurassic Park, which I feel like they could do more with, is the scene when they're sitting in the theater and they're going around.
Oh, yeah,
and seeing that. And I'm like, how has that not turned into something?
Yeah.
Well, that would be like a fun ride.
Well, even just a way to like do it at the start of the ride of like explaining like how because I feel like I like the original Jurassic Park ride almost felt like the movie where like the first part is all peaceful. You're just seeing the plant eaters. Then it's like, oh shit, things go wrong. And then you're like, it feels like it mirrored the structure of the movie. Whereas the new one kind of like starts with the water, like the mosasaur disaster. And then it's kind of just, I feel like Universal is less precious with its stuff. They'll just like replace things, whereas Disneyland is very
They do. I think they replace too quickly.
You're like, you're missing that backdraft ride from when we were growing up.
Yeah, like, well, I just feel like also I think the Jurassic Park, like the fun of the first one was, imagine we don't know about this park. Like it was the introduction of like that's what was so mind blowing was like, oh, a theme park that's for dinosaurs or like, or if you're going on a safari and you're just like it was so revolutionary. And I feel like because we know it and we expect it, that sort of that little light bulb isn't there as much, but I think you can still have it.
Would you go to a real Jurassic Park if it, if they brought dinosaurs back?
You'd have to, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if that's kind of how I feel, where it's like, I know maybe it's not the best thing, you know?
Well, it's like those zoos where you're the caged animal and they're free. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I get it. Sure. And I have been on safari.
Really?
I have. And it has sort of that feeling of like, it's weird because there's a part of me that like, I didn't think I would feel this way, but I felt a little bit like, oh, we shouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like we shouldn't, even though like I know we are funding it staying open, right? Like we're funding the ecosystem of this national park to have lions and tigers and all those things, but we're ruining something.
Sure.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah. I mean, my thing always, because they're like, and I had somebody on who talked about like zoo accreditation and like what are the good zoos versus what are the bad zoos and stuff like that. And, it's almost like stems from our larger problem of like, well, we're destroying all these animals' habitats. So here's at least one way that they, it's like, it's
hard. It's like a hard thing because you want to support, you don't want these animals to go extinct. You want, these predators need to exist. Yeah. There's a natural habitat for them. It's hard. It used to be like one of my, cause I used to follow, I mean, I still do, but I've had to hide them a lot. Like I've always been really into like wild animals, like tiger, all kinds of wild things. And I would follow a lot of them on Instagram, but it gets really sad.
Yeah.
Get like too sad, where I'd be like, oh,
yeah,
it's tough.
No. Yeah. I mean, that's again, and also just meeting people who work with animals. And it's that thing of like, well, zoos inspire people to get into becoming scientists and to get into animal rescue and animal conservation. So it's like such a weird.
Well, yeah. And some zoos are really helpful in, I've even seen it because I used to volunteer with the Cougar like this nonprofit here in Los Angeles for mountain lions. And, a lot of like sort of like orphan cubs would end up having to go to zoos to be rehabilitated. And then they would then release them again. And I'm like, yeah, that wouldn't happen without that zoo.
Yeah.
Totally. So it's like you need to have, it's just not black and white.
Yeah. You never kept any?
No, I definitely would be that person that would be like, oh, I've got a tiger. It loves me. It's fine. And then it gets like 1,000 pounds. I'm like, this was a terrible idea. I shouldn't have this.
Do you remember this? I feel like it was like around maybe a few years after I moved to LA starting podcast stuff. But I feel like there was a story about a tiger on the loose in Echo Park. Like somebody's owner had died and it was like a, black market tiger like wandering around. And I'm like, with things being taken off the internet, like articles, like, is this just something I imagined? Like, or,
it's most like, it's probably not because I follow this one guy, Paul Hilton. He's like this amazing wildlife photographer. And he did a documentary about, I think there's a documentary that came out about kind of just like the black market for wild animals, specifically in the Los Angeles and how kind of like big it is.
Oh, really? Wait, what's the name of this documentary? Or what's the
I gotta look. Paul Hilton. He's a fantastic. He took like one of the most iconic photographs of PS 122, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Here in LA.
So then I definitely recognize, P22,
you know him.
Yeah.
So like he's, but yeah, I'll have to think of I'll send you the name of the documentary because it's really interesting because it's also about people having to learn because there's not a lot of law, like depending on the states, what are the laws for things and law enforcement not knowing how to handle a tiger, or somebody being like, oh, we're like our neighborhood, there's a tiger loose or there's a thing loose. And you're like, what in the actual, it's quite terrifying. And it's so sad. Like, and I follow this one who I actually really like in Georgia, this sanctuary for animals who've been taken out of the black market.
Oh, okay.
And they live in, you got a lot of ligers that wouldn't exist, because they breed these like, kind of crazy species, but it's really interesting to follow them. I'll send you all of them.
Yeah, please. Really. I would love to.
I that's where I like to buy my shirts. Like, whenever you need like night shirts or t-shirts, I'm like, get them from these places because it's like giving them.
Oh, that's so helpful. Yeah, I love
funds.
That. Do you have you, because I now just because during COVID, I lived in Los Feliz by like the Riverside, the fountain and everything. And so there's tons of coyotes over there. So yeah, I don't know if you've spent
coyotes,
right? I don't know.
I like all wild things. I think it is my first instinct is sort of very childlike of like, that's so cool. Like I'm 5, like that exists. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's out here. And then I'm like, oh, that's kind of sad. Like it's having to deal with a road now or this. And then I get really like, there was a coyote over here by us who was like in the alleyway. And this car was driving after it to hit it.
Oh, weird.
I was like, it was like 7 a.m. and I like was like, absolutely not. no. And I like went after the car because I was like, no, we're not doing that. Like, you don't get to do that to wildlife. That's not for me.
Yeah, no, this is their home
Like,
too, you know?
Yeah, like we share. Like,
Yeah.
I get it if it's attacking you, but they don't. Like, it's not really a thing. Like,
No,
I mean,
they're
they
not.
do. Like, there's occasional, but they're not coming for humans.
No, we're annoying, you know? We're like,
Yeah, I just think all of that stuff is so cool. Like, that's what's kind of so special about California. I think it's like we're almost in a Jurassic Park. Like, I've been hiking and like seeing a rattlesnake. Like, that's wild,
cool.
you know? And one time a bobcat.
Whoa. Did you see that wolves are back in California now?
Yeah, I love it. It's so cool. I think it's so great.
But yeah, that hill, you know, going down Los Feliz, going into like Atwater and stuff for listeners, the apartment I had at the time, there was a coyote den on the hill. So you could hear all the baby coyotes.
Oh my God.
And then because there was a pool, the coyotes would go and like lounge around the pool.
Oh my God, I love this.
I
would love this.
For some dog owners, it was a little terrifying just because it was like one of those apartments where like there wasn't like a door to the like where all the apartments were. It was just kind of open. So sometimes somebody would wake up and walk out and there'd be a coyote like in the hallway.
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess for me, like, I don't know. I don't really have fear with them and I have dogs, but I also like, no, like, I also don't, I've never had like a dog the size of a cat. Like I've not ever had like a small dog that, you know what I mean? So like, I've always been like, oh, we'll be fine. Like, I'll get this out of the way. So like, I understand, but it's so funny because like, it was recently, there was a coyote like on Lancashire, like a very busy street.
Yeah.
And this woman and her husband were running away as if they were being chased by like a T-Rex. And the coyote was just like standing there, like looking around, like trying to figure out how to cross 5 lanes of traffic. You know what I mean? To get like not coming for the, and it was like kind of a funny scene because I was like, and they were like, there's a coyote. And I just stood there with my dog and we didn't move. It was fine. He wasn't coming from, he was just trying to cross the street. It was actually quite hysterical. I was like, it's going to be okay.
Yeah, that's so funny. They're just like, oh my! I don't know why they're British all of a sudden, but like,
I like that.
What is it? What is this terrible creature? You know?
I mean, I've seen people, and I mean, to be fair, like in Bronson, I mean, I have seen dogs be taken.
Oof.
When there were some owners up in Bronson who would let their small dogs off leash, and I saw that happen once, and I was like. Yeah, I mean, I would never if I had a small dog, I would never let it off leash hiking in LA.
No. Yeah. I don't want to get ambushed, but yeah, you're right. No. For the most part, like anytime I've seen coyotes, it's like, what's up?
Yeah, they're just like, they're minding their own business. They're like they're not doing anything. Like so I don't really have I think one time I saw a bear in the Angeles forest.
That's cool.
Which was kind of interesting because that was like the first time that I was like, oh, okay, like this thing is bigger than me. Like that's also probably why I'm not scared of like bobcats and coyotes because I'm like, yeah, like we'll be fine.
Yeah.
But like the bear, I was like, okay, interesting. Like we should turn around. You know what I mean? Like let's go. Like let's not continue down. We don't need to follow it down this path.
Yeah, yeah. Like, hey, what's up? Selfie.
Yeah. But I think that's also what's kind of so fun about again California. It's so wild.
I know my sister does a lot more like outdoorsy hiking stuff and has been to national parks and places where you need to have your bear mace on you. Like you can't just like have it in a bag. You literally have to have it like holstered
on you.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I need to get some actually. That's a good idea. That's a good reminder. I need to get some bear mace.
Everyone get some bear mace
Get some bear mace.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go hiking in anywhere that has bears anytime soon, but I guess anywhere out here, right? I mean, if you go like to the east side.
If you go like up to like Pasadena and up there, there's black bears. I mean, you might not see them unless you go deep. You know, you got to really go in. And like, because like when it's happened, I've been on like a 12-mile hike.
Oh, cool. That's fun.
So it's like part of it. Where I'm like, well, makes sense.
Yeah, you're wandering into their.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. And you can see their bear scat. Now, it's different if it's a grizzly, like, I want nothing to do.
Okay.
This is a different vibe. Black bears, brown bears, I'm not as scared, but like grizzly, I'm like, I don't need to fuck around and find out. That's not for me.
It's hard because their ears are so cute.
I mean, that's what's so crazy about all these animals. They are so cute. All of them are so cute, and I would like to cuddle them.
It's
not
just
allowed.
I think. Yeah, I was like, listeners, do you have prey energy? Like, shout out to all the people of prey energy. Like, I remember being speaking of like, you're on display, the San Diego Safari Park have been doing a lot of upgrades in the last 15 years. And so their new tiger exhibit really feels like you're on display for them. And so you're just like,
have you done it?
Yeah. And it's like, you're like right up against the glass and you're just kind of like a little hypnotized because you're just like, oh, that's like the power that this predator would have on you in the wild. You just kind of be like, it's okay. You know, like you're just offering your neck up to be eaten.
You know, what's so funny? I did Brett Goldstein's podcast and he asked me like how I would want to die. I think that was one of the questions. And I remember saying by like a wild lion, by a big cat.
Okay.
I would prefer to die that way, which is a wild choice because I feel like, again, it would be quite quick. It would just be neck, boop, bye.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that is a question that I ask on this podcast sometimes, of course, which is how would you, Jurassic Park, the whole thing goes down. What's your game plan? Do you get eaten by a dinosaur? How? All the fun stuff.
Do I get eaten by a dinosaur? I don't think I do.
Okay.
I'm going to say that. I think I'm living in a tree. I become a part of the nice dinosaurs. And I like the vegetarians. You know what I mean? Like Triceratops, like the long neck ones. I'm forgetting all the names. But like I think I would, and like I'd figure out what part of their poo is edible. Like I'd be like, okay, they're eating these berries, they're doing these things. And like, I think.
So it's Family Robinson style. You would like adapt Robinson Crusoe.
That's my hope. I mean, I don't know. I mean, listen. Yeah, you'd have to, because I mean, the raptors would get you. But
those trees seem pretty big. Well, like Grant and the kids, because like the brachiosaur, that's like a 30-40 foot long neck. So I don't think the raptors are chasing you.
Because I think if you're with I think if you're by yourself, if you were to become a part of their pack, you know what I mean? That would be my goal. Is like I'm a part, and it'd have to be some of the big ones. It couldn't be like the ones that seem like deer.
Yeah. Well, and that's the part that I feel like is fun to think about with Jurassic Park, because, the original movie, that's like a preview day before the park opens. So there's like a handful of people there. But then what if Jurassic Park, the original Jurassic Park, what if the park broke down when there's like thousands of tourists there? Like there's plenty of, wiggle room.
That's interesting. Well, I'd because there would be a lot of dumb people.
Yeah.
Who would flee and go, and I'd say, let them get taken.
Yeah.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow, because I think everyone would speed up in those situations. And I think you have to actually slow down to figure out what you're going to do.
That's smart. Yeah.
I'd be Sam Neill.
Because because they don't show any of this in the original movie. They have some of this in Jurassic World, but you're like, there's like a full-sized hotel there. Like, go to the roof. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like there's so many different like places that you can go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it just, because I would think that the amount of dinosaurs that want to hurt you does not outweigh the amount that won't hurt you. If that makes sense. Like there's more that don't want to hurt you.
Yeah. Because that's even how zoos are. It's not like they have like 1,000. They don't have 50 tigers and then like 20 deer. There's always less predators than there are prey and herbivores.
Yeah, so I think it would be like, and watch how those other prey aren't preyed upon.
Yeah. I see. I like that. I would. Hey, I've never thought about that before, but yeah, either you hang out with the other herbivores, the sauropods, the long necks, because those ones aren't being attacked by even the big T-Rex.
No, because their size alone, it's similar to like elephants in the wild. Because they have a herd and they're so big, they're not preyed upon in that way. So I'd shield over that way. I'd be like, I'm one of you now. Let's make this happen.
I just hope that they wouldn't see that I'm a liability and then I would get like a tail whip, yeeted.
Here's the thing. If I were to die, it would be like a crazy accident. Like I fall into like one of their footprints and I like crack my neck or something. You know what I mean? And like I get something like weird. I get stomped on or like it would be something that isn't even prey.
See,
an accident.
Yeah, I like that. Mel, thank you so much for chatting with me. It was nice catching up. And
this was so fun.
You have a new special. It'll be out when this comes out. Where can people watch it, find it, follow you, support you, all that good stuff?
You can watch Sparkles on YouTube. You can find me on all of the socials like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube as Mel M. Stephens, Stephens.
Nice. Amazing. Thank you everyone for listening. And yeah, let me know how you would want to go, what your game plan is, what your Jurassic Park game plan is. Just hide out in like a bathroom somewhere, for a few days.
Maybe. I don't hate that either. Yeah, maybe. I'm really thinking about this in a deep way. I'm going to think about it the rest of the day. I'm going to be like, okay, would I do that?
Because I feel like I heard on a podcast recently that like, some theme parks were still open after 9/11. And so some parents were like, sweet, no lines or anything.
Stop it. This is really so, I like this.
Okay, that's a whole other rabbit hole.
No, I love that. This is a whole other thing, but my brain's going to go there now. Okay.
Yeah, we're all going to think about that for a while. But patreon.com/See Jurassic Right, see Maria Morris and all the things. Hold on to your butts for dear life because you never know what's going to happen at Jurassic Park.
You don't.
Bye, everybody. Yeah.
Bye.